Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to Girl Talk Classic. I've got a little bit of mess and a little bit of drama today for you guys. For today's video, we're going to go ahead and start off by doing a Shantopoulos world update. She has become borderline unwatchable at this point, and that's why I make these videos for you guys. For the ones that can't watch her anymore but are nosy. The absolute state of Foodie Beauty. This is my state of foodie address. As those views continue to dwindle, our girl is scrambling. Is she now faking her own cycles for views and attention? As Foodie Beauty's desperate attempt to pick up the pieces ramps up, I can't help but think she's made herself into a complete joke. And then later on in the video, we'll talk about Amberlynn, and I will be covering her brand new video that was called My Love Life Sucks, I'm Not Dieting, and Let's Go to the Casino. While things seem to be fun and bubbly on the surface, Amberlynn admits in this vlog that she's not doing good at all. Let's just get right into it. I mean, shall we? All right, you guys, welcome back to our Shantopoulos world update. The last we checked in with Foodie was on my live. She was eating Chinese food for a family of 3/4 and even said that in the title, which leads me to believe that she is attempting to drum up commentary for someone who doesn't want people talking about her. It seems like she is making angles to encourage just that. Maybe she has realized without the rumors, speculation, and reactions, there isn't all that much there. Just a lonely woman eating platters of food on the floor for an increasingly dwindling audience. She's very much aware the views are down, and we talked on the live stream, everyone on YouTube is seeing a decrease right now, and it's not just exclusive to this community. But you would think that over time your channel would grow. That's not what has occurred with Chantal. She was never able to bounce back from her live stream era the way that Amberlynn has. In order to not upset the few remaining supporters she has decided not to speak about what is happening in the Middle East at all. Her first video since the live stream was a Lush haul. Honestly, I know my skin isn't great. I have a lot of issues, but she is an anti-influencer. Plus, she uses a lot of filters. Anything that she has, it makes me not want it. But I wouldn't blame Lush. I do like a few of their products, and she probably doesn't stick to a routine anyway. This video didn't even crack 5,000, but it always has been about quantity over quality for our girl when it comes to her videos, food, etc. Let's move on to her next video, which was a mukbang with a very spooky intro, and she's eating knockoff McDonald's. This one was called Better Than McDonald's Knockoff Chicken Snack Wraps with Loads of Ranch and Onion Rings. I'm triggered by the styrofoam. She's still sick in more ways than one and might have an ear infection. She's slowly but surely falling apart and even admits to being completely miserable. So when we say that, it's actually the truth. It's funny how she projects karma onto all of us while being the one in poor health all around. She constantly tells us that we are jealous, but what is there to be jealous of, especially now, confined to a spot on the floor with only a single person remaining in her life? Speaking of Salah, he did a review of the video game Super Mario Wonder, and I only bring this up because that kind of implies that he finished the game, right? And it only came out Friday, so they spent the entire weekend leading separate lives. That's not the only thing the happy couple is not on the same page about. Twitter sleuths actually caught that Salah's gaming channel had the country set to Canada, while Chantal changed her Foodie Beauty channel to say Kuwait. Interestingly enough, after this was brought to the public's attention, Chantal must have told him to change it because now it says Kuwait again. This makes me think that he suspected that they would be going to Canada right away, not that it would be a whole year later and they would still be in Kuwait. That's what Salah wants in the long run. Do you think that Chantal is scared that if she does take him to Canada, he gets all of his paperwork figured out? maybe he'll leave her. And would they have to get married again? I wouldn't be concerned about the whole Chantal's going broke narrative because she claims her man is bringing in enough money for the both of them. So she's tight. Stop with the rumors, guys. Doesn't that contradict what she said a couple of weeks ago when she was talking about the Middle East in her live stream? And she said, I'm going to say whatever I want because I don't care anymore. Well, now she's not because she's worried that she's going to lose views if people don't agree with her. She complains about the price of takeout. McDonald's can be $30. No, it's not, unless you order half the menu, girl. I just had McDonald's the other day and it was like $9.50, which for McDonald's is kind of pushing it, but it's not $30 unless you get 3 meals. So our girl's being frugal. Is it because she wants to, or is Salah forcing her to crack down? There wasn't much going on in that mukbang at all. So on to her newest mukbang. This one was called Taco Bell Mukbang, and in the thumbnail it says last fast food meal. Does this qualify as a fast food funeral? It feels like to me she's forcing her cycles. How we said in the beginning, she's trying to drum up commentary. Girl, the reason that people talked about that is because we couldn't believe that you were actually doing it. Now it just feels fake. She's being fake to try to get people to talk about her. A last-ditch effort to encourage people to commentate or introduce false headlines. It just screams of desperation. I'm calling you out, Foodie. This isn't genuine at all. And that's not going to help you rebuild your channel. The way it worked in the past is because that was just you, the starting the diets and quitting them, the fast food funeral, and then having fast food a week later. That was real. That was you. Meanwhile, FFG is getting 3 times the amount of views reacting to the same videos. I can't blame Chantal for being upset by that, but she has no one to blame but herself. In the beginning of the mukbang, she has Salah make an appearance to sort of force a false sense of marital bliss. It always feels put on and like he's reading lines from a script, or better yet, lines that Foodie Beauty fed him. She's still sick, but the show must go on. And this video is kind of giving old school Foodie Beauty vibes. High calories, big portions. Why did she order that much if she's sick? She's drinking Mountain Dew. She has a quesadilla, nachos, a burrito, a chalupa, and cheese fries. This is supposed to make you feel better. Her excuse is that it's Taco Tuesday, so why not bees? This would have been a bees if she finished it all, but she didn't. Who gets that much food when they're sick? It doesn't even make sense. And she says sorry that the content isn't up to par, but her life is basically on hold because she's sick. This content, though, that she's been producing isn't any different than it always has been. She claims to have gotten somebody's weird illness on the plane, and this is why she stays in. Yeah, right. That's not why you're staying home. You're such a liar. She's got nothing to say. It's just sad, pathetic, ominous, soul-sucking. Last thing we're going to cover in regards to Foodie is her most recent live stream. She hasn't live streamed since 11 days ago when she made those comments that upset a lot of people, but she is back, and like we said, she's not going to talk about the Middle East except on TikTok. Maybe if she wasn't so full of vitriol and vile about everything, people would hear her out. It's the same thing with Pete's. When he would talk about issues and politics, he would start screaming and carrying on and making a fool out of himself. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody is taking that seriously. She takes her oxygen. Is that where we're at in regards to the content? And her resting heart rate is 86. A bit on the higher side. Can't imagine why. Music is frowned upon in Islam, but she's not there yet. She still likes her music, but she's not listening to The Weeknd anymore. The Weeknd's great. She talks about Julia being in heat. Why did she even tell us that? Was that, again, another thing for her to put out there for people to get upset about? I mean, her reputation's already tarnished as an animal abuser, but why throw gasoline on that fire? She's getting Julia vaxxed and then spayed when she can. So never, right? It's not food or pleasure for Chantal, so it's not high on the priority list. She's already quitting her Everyday Miriam's subscriber farm scam channel that was supposed to be a reaction channel. And she's quitting it because she has to work for free for a little bit to qualify for monetization, just like everybody else on YouTube. You don't get special privileges, sweetheart. She's a complete joke. All right, moving on. Let's get into a little Amberlynn tea vlog recap situation type deal. It's a classic girl talk. I feel like it's been a while since we've paired these two together and done a dually girl talk, but here we are, back to our roots. Yesterday, super late at night, she posted a new vlog. Now, this one was called My Love Life Sucks. I'm Not Dieting, and Let's Go to the Casino vlog. She begins the vlog completely nude. Yeah, I'm not kidding, and lets us know that she has showered. She has this obsession with telling us she's showered, but her hair isn't even wet, and it looks the same as it always does. Same style she had in the previous vlog where it's crimped a little bit. I do have to give it to our girl, though. Her makeup looks on point. Gotta give her something. Cute. She's a breath of fresh air after spending time in Foodie's swamp. She has so many clothes, but can't find anything to wear. So cute, so quirky, so relatable. I love seeing her like rifle through things. I know that annoys a lot of people, but for some reason, it just makes me giddy. Yeah, girl, rifle through that. She applies her Kim Kardashian perfume and heads to the casino. Ooh, scandalous. Going to the casino is on her bucket list. Little on the nose. That's funny because I said the same thing last year. Last time I went to a casino, I lost $100 so fast. I was so upset, sad, and disappointed. I don't know if I'll ever go back, but I've only played like 3 times in my whole life. She's playing bingo, gambling, drinking. Is this Mama Lynn's influence? Could she be transferring her addiction, or is that a stretch and a half? I believe at one point you can hear Mama Lynn in the back saying, I'm trying to get her to go to church, but Amberlynn cuts her off. What's in store for us? Are we going to get a Christian Lynn moment? Amberlynn has always said that she's agnostic, I believe, whenever someone has asked about her religion. She believes there's something out there, but she doesn't know quite what. Her and her mom seem to be having a lot of fun. It's actually been quite wholesome on Amber's channel recently. Her and Mama Lynn go out to a Mexican restaurant, and Amber admits that she has quit dieting. Whenever we don't hear about it for a while, we know that that's what it is. It's over. She's off track. But Amber assures us that she wants to go on a new diet, and her mom has already given her support. But OMAD is out of the question, even though it had helped her quite a bit several months ago. After she broke up with wifey, she did OMAD, and the weight was just falling off. But she slipped up and went back to presumably beezing. I get the feeling that whenever Amber has a little slip up, she just completely throws in the towel instead of kind of picking up the pieces and just treading along. She feels like if I wrecked it this day, that's over. When realistically, she should just get right back on, start over again. I've done that before where I've done the 16/8 fasting. I messed up one of my days. I was really hungry late at night and I just had something. But the next day, I got right back on, started the timer at 8 p.m. You can always start fresh the next day, one day at a time, right? Will our girl change with the support of her family? We've seen her try so many things over the years. I, for one, am excited to see what diet she has in store for us and how it's going to go, because she has completely changed her surroundings. Even when wifey moved in, she was still living in the same place that her and Becky were at, and there was a lot of memories there. She began living there. She was recovering from cancer, and that was very traumatic. So now that she has like a clean slate, maybe this is just what she needs for a new diet, or maybe the same old Amberlynn will come out and sabotage it. You just never know what you're going to get. I feel like her mom could be more supportive than Becky, wifey, etc., because her mom has done diets too, and they could do one together. I know Becky and her were always supposed to do one together, but they never did. Wifey, I don't think that that was her jam. Maybe Amber needs a weight loss partner, and her mom could very well be that support. It's like the Mama Lynn era. She has become quite a prominent figure in the vlogs, but she hasn't shown her on camera, although we do know what Mama Lynn looks like because she has been on Snapchat the next day, and it looks like she slept in her makeup, but apparently she didn't. She's self-conscious about her skin and super depressed, down bad. It's all about her love life. Finally, a little bit of clarification on what in the world was going on in those TikToks. Her love life sucks. And she's not doing very well mentally. She's tired of hurting. Ever since the breakup with wifey, things have just been downhill for our girl upstairs. And this morning she laid in bed for hours and hours on end, which is something she didn't do. Like, that's a 2019 thing. But she picked herself up and forced herself to keep going. She's going to clean because it's super therapeutic. And our girl is settling in nicely to this new apartment. It looks really good. I have to give it to her. The next day, it's a 3 days in one vlog, which Amber doesn't like to be doing, but I guess there hasn't been too much going on in her life. I feel like she needs that weight loss journey content, right? When she doesn't have food to vlog about or what she's eating, what I ate today on track, what I ate today off track, she doesn't have much in regards to content. It's just her talking about how bad she's doing mentally and some clips with Mama Lynn, although I found the wholesome everyday vlogs to be kind of sweet. She admits that she's having a low moment and feels like she's drowning, but our girl is learning to swim. Just think, you're not doing anywhere near as bad as Foodie, sweetie. Then at the end of the vlog, her mom and her boyfriend come over for dinner and they're cooking grandma's recipe, which is such a classic. It's pasta, scrambled egg whites, bacon bits, soy sauce with scallions sprinkled on top. I believe that Zachary Michael actually made this one before. It's a pretty simple recipe, but it doesn't really look that appetizing to me. What do you guys think? Amber celebrates her 10-year birthday on YouTube. It's been 10 years of Amberlynn on YouTube. Wow. So many memories, so many eras. Won't it be interesting for her to go back and watch these videos when she's like 70 years old and watch her whole life play out like a movie? It kind of makes you want to vlog, right? She says YouTube has been such a blessing and thanks her audience. It was actually nice. It's not very often that Amber shows appreciation for her audience. It's usually just her putting us down. So she makes grandma's recipe, does a little haul of frozen food, and cleans the kitchen. Then she sits down for an adult beverage. 10 years. They grow up so fast. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about Foodie, about ALR, what's going on, what's next for our girl, diet plan, question mark, new girl, question mark. It really could go several different ways, but something's got to move this storyline along, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will, of course, catch you guys in the next one. All right, bye, guys.